Happy to be talking now to the man, the one, the only, Terry Touchdown Wilson. Terry, it's good to have you on right now. It's good to catch up. It feels like since this coronavirus happened, we haven't seen anybody. It's good to see your face, smiling and happy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Rehabbing. Just getting ready for anything that that they tell us. When we're going back on the field, when we're starting workouts. Just staying ready. So I've just been working out, keeping my body fresh, and just getting ready.
Well, there's something big that's happened since the last time we really got to speak to you, and you're going to be a dad. Congrats,
Yeah,
man.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah,
How
it's coming up in 2 months.
Hey, it'll be here before you know it. I just joined
Yeah,
the dad club 2 months ago,
really.
so
Congrats.
welcome to the club. I got to tell you, there's one benefit you don't know about yet, though.
What is it? What is it?
It's called dad strength, and essentially, when you become a father, you
Mhm.
immediately it's just like grabbing the remote and turning it up like 6 notches. So
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you could use some of that super strength this
Oh,
fall.
of course. Of course. I'm looking forward to that.
But
Looking forward to it.
how like exciting slash nervous slash like holy crap is it to be doing
Yeah.
all that while the pandemic and all this stuff's happening right now?
I mean, it's I'm still like in a all right, I gotta get ready for it, type deal. But I feel like once it's here, I'm ready to I'm all in. I'm ready to go. Late nights, I'm a night owl anyway. I stay up watching film 2, 3 in the morning, so I can, I feel like I can, stay up through the night. Just the little things, but hey, when it comes, it's coming. There's no backing out of it. I'm ready though.
Yeah, it's not like you can like postpone the game or whatever
Oh,
because
not at
COVID.
all.
Like the baby's coming now, so you got to be ready for. The good news is Terry, and I'm confident. I mean, you know, plenty of other dads out there.
Mhm.
You'll figure it out once you get here.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
the baby
Yep.
books and all that stuff. That stuff's overrated. The dad
Yeah.
strength will take care of the rest.
Of course.
Well, once again, congrats. But we got to ask though, how,
Appreciate
how
it.
how is your knee feeling? How's it progressing just
I
over the
say,
last 2 or 3 months?
yeah. Oh man. Just over the last 2, 3 months, I mean, a lot. I feel like right now I'm 90%. Um, I'm running full speed. I'm cutting. I'm doing the little things. He's feeling fine. It's getting back to how it was. Still strengthening my quad, of course, but the knee overall, the knee is fine. The knee isn't the problem at all. It's just getting the rest of that strength. The rest of that
Mm-hmm.
strength in my leg. But I'm feeling fine. These last couple of months, just on being able to, continue doing rehab, with everything going on, it's really helped out a lot because, I've kind of gotten on that consistent daily basis,
Right.
boom, going to treatment 10:30, I'm getting out of there 12:30, 1 o'clock, and, just knocking it out. I don't have anything else to do. I just graduated, so no school this summer. So, I've just been
Man,
working.
you've really checked off like all of the boxes of like major life events. You really have.
Yeah.
But the one thing that
Yeah.
is nice is everybody else during the pandemic, things have been shut down. But I guess the
Yeah.
silver lining is you get to stay in your routine by rehabbing, at the craft
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah, man, and I'm grateful for that because they could have been strict on me too, and not allowed me to go in there and continue working. So just shout out to Gabe and Alex and all the training staff for allowing me to go in there and continue working.
So it's been, I think, 9 months maybe or so, give or take. My math
Yeah,
might be a
about
little
8 months.
off. So, like,
Yeah.
it's been a long process. What do you think's been more like the mental aspect of it or the physical aspect? What do you think's been more difficult throughout this journey?
Well, I'd say it'd have to be the mental. Um, you know, once you figure out how to process everything and what you have to do on a daily basis, what your mindset has to be on a daily basis. You get in the routine, you get in the routine, you get in the routine, and some days, you just lose the it, you lose the why, you just shut down. And it happens in the rehab process. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned going through it. It's just staying consistent with it, knowing that it's a purpose and you continue to work, and everything else is gonna fall in place. So, I just kept that in my head and just, kept thinking on that anytime I wanted to, feel like I don't feel like going to rehab. I just think on that. But the physical part of it, I can, I can be on the field all day working quarterback drills and running sprints and, just doing, the things that, football players love to do. So I don't think the physical part is really hard. It took me a while to get used to my leg at first, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm, in the right spot.
Well, and I'm sure just having to sit out while the season was happening last year. I mean,
Man, that was probably the toughest thing I've ever had to do, really. I think that was the toughest part, was just sitting out and watching, watching the whole season. That was
well,
the toughest part.
and I mean, you knew that Lynn could play quarterback because he threw you a pass.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that, but he actually did throw you a pass, and it was, I forget
Yeah.
if it was Toledo or Eastern Michigan, which
Eastern
game.
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we knew he could at least throw it a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, because I'm sure it was painful, but is there a part of you that, the year before it took you beating Missouri? I mean, you had already beaten Florida. You played like hell in that
Yeah.
game, and even going in that Missouri game, you're hearing a lot of stuff. Is Terry the guy? And then you win the game, and everybody kind of shuts up. Was there a part of you that kind of felt, I don't know if satisfied the word or vindicated when a year later everybody's just like, man, we need Terry so bad right now. We need Terry.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really thinking of it, at all that way. I was just set on being out there with the team. That was the biggest thing that I missed, was just being out there with them, every day at practice, game prepping, watching the film together, and just getting ready for a game, and Lynn did, what he did. I mean, it's awesome. It doesn't get any better than that. So the fans can't be mad at that, but just knowing that, they care about me and, that they wanted me to be back out there on the field. I mean, it means a lot to me, but, I never had that attitude about it. Feeling like, yeah, they need me back. It was, my brothers went out there and played their tails off every game. So, yeah, that's that. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I don't think that way.
See, and then that's me coming from maybe a more jaded, like sinister mindset, where I'm kind of hearing maybe more of the stuff. Y'all are used to hearing the criticism a little bit better than most. But like you said, you never dealt with anything like this before, and I don't think Devontae had ever dealt with anything like this before. Were y'all at least able to lean on each other, kind of to help each other to when you mentally get down, to kind of be like, hey, dude, I'm here for you, man.
Yeah, of course. I know we were seeing each other, like 7:30 in the morning, every morning in rehab. So, you walk into the training facility and you walk past each other and have that look on their face, like, I don't know if I can get through it today. We just go over and talk to them, just shut out, training right now, shut out the rehab, and just talk about, Call of Duty or something. I don't know, just talk about something different. Just try to uplift them. So they definitely, and even for Nick Scalzo, the same thing for him. D-Rob, we were all close, during that process, and just, trying to get healthy.
Now, to kind of back away from I'm sure you're just blue in the face, ready to like get back on the field. Is it at least encouraging that, like, hey, it looks like a season's probably going to happen. We don't know for sure, but it's looking like, yeah, it actually will happen, and all this stuff will be or not.
Yeah, man, and that's just the thing about it. Just staying ready. That's all the coaches want us to do. As long as we're taking care of our business, just staying physically ready, mentally ready. With all our meetings that we're doing. We never know, when it is. So, like I said, we're just staying ready. I mean, that's all I can say about it.
Right. It's almost like, it's a bad comparison, but it's like the dudes who were 75 years ago, they're waiting to hear the word that they're supposed to go on D-Day, and they keep getting weather delays. I'm sure there's like this anticipation. It's much different going to war, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot of World War II stuff while I'm staying up late with this baby. But I actually did. I know y'all are doing Zoom meetings and stuff like that, along with your rehab and everything. And Coach Henshaw actually let me play a little bit of your Jeopardy game, which which I got one question right. I knew that it was a cover 2. But aside from that, I didn't know anything. And a lot of it's
Yeah.
just because there's a lot of terminology and stuff that
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Mhm.
I think for some fans, they realize, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff
Mhm.
these quarterbacks have to go through. And so you had
Yeah.
5 categories. There's route
Yeah.
progressions, protections, formations, coverages, and blitz. I'm sure
Yep.
the formations part is pretty easy, but of the other 4, what's the like most difficult part to grasp to be able to recognize on the fly as a quarterback?
So really, I'd say our formations was probably like the toughest thing because
Really?
we have so many. We have so many different, ways we can, run a formation, and it can get tricky sometimes. I mean, you're trying your best to, we just played Pictionary recently, and you're trying your fastest to write down the formation, and it could be a hard one. Coach Henshaw wants to challenge us all the time, so it could be a hard one. And it's early in the morning. You just woke up 15 minutes ago, and your mind's straight on football, and you just got to think. So I'd say really the formation is probably the trickiest one for most of us. But the blitz, the protections, we do that every day. We see it every day. The coverages is pretty easy. Um,
So when
you
you're
know,
on there on the field, though, like, is it what's the kind of order once you get? I guess you get the formation, but is it
yes.
what's the order after that of trying to unfold the play or break down the play?
Yeah.
I don't know what the right
Yeah.
term
I
is.
understand. Yeah, I understand you. So you get the play, and the first thing is you just check the front, the D line. You see if it's even or odd,
Mm-hmm.
and then you check your safeties. Check the corners. And by the time you check the front, the defensive front, you already should know what coverage it is just based off of if it's even or odd.
Mm-hmm.
Check your corners next. It's just you kind of switch it up sometimes depending on how that defense is playing, and how they game plan against us. But yeah, you check those and you're good to go.
I'm assuming that once you like your route progression is going to change based on what coverage the defense is in. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so it was one of those things where I felt like you play like Madden or something, and you kind of have a good idea, like I'm going to go to this guy first and this guy second,
Yeah,
but it's much different when there's actual players out there, and
yeah,
you've got what 3 seconds to make a decision.
yeah, yeah. I
So
mean, it's quick. It's quick. You see it, and you might turn your head just a little bit, and you go back, and it's a whole different look over there. You're just like, I remember, my first year, and we're at A&M, and it's wild. Like it's just totally wild, man. It's crazy, and I'm seeing ghosts. I'm out there, I'm thinking I'm going here with the ball, and I'm holding the ball too long. I mean, I go back and look at that stuff, and I'm just like, wow, like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. So
I'm
it
sure
can
it's
it can
kind of
get
like
tricky.
going back and watching you like in high school, like, man, why would I
Yes,
do that?
yes, a lot of those, a lot of it.
Well,
I'm like, man, it's embarrassing.
well, I actually got some of you. I pulled up some of your, I guess you would say better moments, if you
Mhm.
will. And I think this is going to work, but it's from a good game. This is
Yeah.
from the Florida game, and I'm curious. Before this play, it's 3rd and long,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna lie. I was up in the stands. I'm like, all right, just don't take a sack, punt it,
Yeah.
pin them back.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind before the play, and then kind of what happens that
Mhm.
springs land free here?
Yeah, so it's 30-16. We got our long ball here. We got our shot, and right now I'm checking the safeties. I'm looking at this safety right over here by the gator.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
the
he's about
safety over
12
by the
deep.
gator. Yeah, and I'm checking the backside safety, to be able to throw the post to Lynn,
Uh-huh.
and the
He's
safety
creeping.
towards the boundary. Yeah, the safety towards the boundary. He's just pedaling. He's not even deep enough on and run. So Lynn
Right.
just gets past him, and I see Lynn running, so I just throw Lynn as far as I could to the right side of the field, and he runs past the safety. The safety didn't have a clue. He was like, "Oh my gosh!" And yeah, that's how that play happened. It was
Oh man.
crazy.
Yeah, no, and that was one of those too where you had the time, and great things happen when quarterbacks have time to throw the football.
Yeah, of
And
course.
the couple other plays that I brought up, because in that Texas A&M game, you talked about how you were
Mm,
swimming a little bit, and
yeah,
things were happening real fast.
yeah,
And a lot of it comes down to, all right, is it time to run or is it time to
mm,
throw?
yeah.
And this was one of those where I believe it's the Florida game where you decided, okay, this is time for me to. Oh, and then it reloaded on me. But you decided this is time for me to buy some time.
Yep.
There's like three dudes right there.
Hmm.
At what point is it like, all right, it's time for me to go versus do I keep looking up the field and see
Hmm.
if anything's there?
I feel like it was just instincts. Um, I take that 3-step drop, and if I see an opening just to take off and run, and I have a lot of grass, I'm going to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Just on that play though, I had some pressure, so I just took off and ran, and it turned out to be a big run. But usually, if it's third and 5, and the linebackers are dropping, and they're
Mm-hmm.
giving me some space to run, I'm not gonna sit back and try to find somebody and try to
Yeah.
force anything. If I can just go run that 5 yards and get down and get the first. So I mean, it's just things like I've learned, and just watching a lot of it, I've just picked up on it.
Well, and that's kind of like here where it's down in distance. It's 2nd and
Mhm.
16, and you got a little bit. I don't know if time to buy is the right word, but
Yeah.
you got a chance to take a shot, and Bouvier's there on scramble drill. I guess my
Mhm.
big question in both of these is there a hard and fast rule, or is it just, uh, you know, when do I have to decide when to scramble and when do I decide to throw, or is it all instincts?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's all instincts. You know, when there's somebody, you feel somebody coming, it's an instinct just to get out of the pocket and try to get into scramble mode. And our receivers right here, Bouvier, he did a wonderful job cutting up like that. And as soon as
Mm-hmm.
he did it, I seen it, and I just threw it to him. I was like, wow, it was a wonderful route. We practice it all the time in practice. So uh, it's just I feel like it's just straight instinct. You react to everything that's going on the field. You just want to make plays.
Yeah, and I know that like football's a game where there's like rules for almost everything, and it makes
Hmm.
sense if there is, but sometimes you just got to be a ball player.
Yeah.
And I feel like that applies most in scramble drill. And speaking of ball players, there's never been a more ball player than Lynn Bowden. So I'm curious, when you're on the sideline during the season, I know you weren't.
Mhm.
I don't think you traveled to all the games, but you're down there for the belt
Yeah.
call. Did you do the
Yeah.
headset thing where you knew all the plays as they were happening? Did you know the play calls?
Uh, I knew some of them. I was right, but I was, back because they wanted me back, off on the field. So I was still. Um, but I'd seen the signals and stuff like that, but I didn't have the headset on.
So did you know the play call here on this final play of the game?
I knew it was going to be a pass, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. Actually, I think Lynn talked to Ali on this play and told him what to run right before the play. Um,
This,
and I seen the ball. What was that?
well, I was going to say, I think everybody thought that it was just going to be the Ahmad Wagner play.
Yeah,
You used
I
that play
see.
pretty well before.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, Ahmad, he's just, he's a freak. So I bet that a lot of people thought they were going to Ahmad, but we were gonna. I mean, he's pressed at the top, so it's an easy one-on-one matchup with Josh Ali. He won. Lynn put it on him. Touchdown.
He put it on his head. He really did. I mean,
Yeah, he
like
did. Yeah, he did.
it was too easy, pass and catch.
Then, yeah,
Um,
didn't get any
but
better.
I'm curious. Speaking of Josh Ali,
Mm-hmm.
how have you seen him? I mean, you've known him. This is going on year 3 now. How have you seen him just
Yeah,
grow as a receiver, as a pass catcher?
I mean, it's it's the way I can explain Ali is that has the speed and he can catch. He's smart, and he can run, and he can go get a jump ball if he needs to. And I've seen him grow so much just on the time of me being here and just throwing with him, a lot. I'm about to go with him, after this, we're about to go throw and just getting that connection with him. I feel like peanut butter and jelly. You know, the same as Lynn. You know, me, Lynn, you know, Ali, Alan Daly, Bryce Oliver. We're all trying to get on that same page. Is, you know, I know when you're going to cut, and you know when I'm going to throw the ball. But Josh Ali, he's took his game to the next level. You know, he's training really hard. You know, he has a lot to prove. You know, and that's his mentality. Is that, you know, he wants to prove himself and he wants the ball. So I'm all about it.
Yeah, and I think people were expecting big things from him this year. Alan Daly's done some good.
Yeah.
There was a lot of guys who you're like, oh man, I wish I could have seen Terry throw him the ball a little bit more. And I know that that you
I'm
share
like,
that same
hey,
feeling.
yeah, I'm like, guys, me too. You know, you know, the plan last year, you know, I wanted to get, you know, all of those guys the ball. You know, that we were working so hard on that during, you know, summer camp and, you know, one-on-ones on our own time. You know, I just wanted to get the ball to them. You know, I just wanted to show everybody that, hey, like, I can throw the ball, I can get the ball to these guys, you know, and they can, you know, take the ball to the house. You know, they can catch it and make somebody miss and go score. So, you know, that's the thing that, you know, I'm ready to, you know, show, you know, and that this offense is really going to be explosive. It's not just talk.
Well, I've seen a lot of 7-5 predictions. They're questioning the passing game. Are those fair questions? Are those fair predictions?
If they want to, if they want to predict it, that, I mean, they can predict it however they want to. You know, we're going to continue working and we're just going to prove it. You know, whenever it's time, we're going to prove it.
Do you still? I know Benny. He was big on, like, I mean, he would take up predictions like burn him. Do you still get like kind of mad at all that stuff, or is that just like you're used to it at this point?
Yeah, you know, I'd say I'm used to it. You know, ever since, you know, Kentucky, you know, and just going into that first season, um, you know, guys were telling me, you know, they always sleep on this, bro. They always sleep on this. It's okay, boom, boom, bow. You know, just take it and bottle it up, and, you know, just prepare, and get ready for the first game. You know, that was our mindset. Let's get better every day. You know, and at first it ticked me off. You know, at first, you know, because that competitiveness, competitiveness in me. I don't know. I couldn't say that. You know, that made me, you know, just, you know, want to prove myself. And going into that first year, you know, I got in trouble with, you know, trying to force things and, you know, just not playing ball how I should be playing it. But that stuff can affect you if you let it. You know, if you're on social media all the time and, you know, you're reading that stuff, and it can affect you. You know, and I tell some of the guys, just stay off it. Don't even worry about it. You know, we're gonna play our ball. We're gonna worry about us. And, you know, do what we do.
Do you ever gotta like tell you that to your mom or your sister or anything? Like, hey, like,
Oh my, man, all the time, all the time. They, you know, they protect me so much, and I'm just like, Mom, you gotta stay off it. You can't be on that stuff. It's gonna drive you crazy. And she's like, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. I'm not on it. I'm like, yeah, you are. But, you know, that's just them though. You know, they've been that way. You know, since, you know, high school. You know, high school football. Um, I've always had to, you know, go through, you know, trials and tribulations with, you know, certain things, you know, on the field. You know, sophomore year, broke my collarbone. You know, just little things. You know, and they've always, you know, been, you know, my backbone, and, you know, my support system is so good. You know, after a bad game, you know, they're there for me. You know, and, you know, they tell me to stay off of social media. They tell me to stay off of social media. And that surprises me. So I'm like, okay, you know, I listen to them. So, and I love them to death, man. And, you know, that's just them. That's
well,
how they
yeah,
are.
you'll understand. You're gonna be a dad soon.
Oh, yeah.
You'll understand it when
Well,
it's your baby. You'll be freaking out too.
yeah.
But Terry, hey, listen, I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. It's good to hear from you for the first time in a while. And you know, good luck with this last bit. I'm sure
Yes,
it feels like you're close to the finish line.
Oh yeah, yep. I feel close to the finish line, and, you know, just got to keep thumping and getting ready for the season.
Oh man, well, best of luck. Thanks for talking to us, and we'll be in touch, man.
Always.